Hi, this is Michael Sean Comerford, and I am coming to you from the Flying C Ranch, about 80 miles east of Albuquerque. That's for the story cycle, Americans in a Pandemic, going Chicago to LA, asking questions about COVID. And I am coming to you from a tent. I'm sure I look a mess, but I am going to give you an update on what it's been like so far. I last came to you from Stroud, Oklahoma, and since then I've turned 62. I've had amazing interviews. I have had bike breakdowns. I'm on a 40 to 50-year-old bike, and about every 300 miles it needs a major repair, and I need one now. I'm still 80 miles outside of Albuquerque in the next bike shop, and I hope it lasts. I hope it holds together. The back wheel is untrue. I have a variety of camera equipment and laptop on the back, and as well as me on the back wheel. I am talking to people since we last talked who have been deeply affected by COVID, and I want to stress how dramatic those stories are. However, most people, especially out here in the West, did not have COVID, and mostly have known people with COVID. It's been disruptive in their lives. It's been very concerning to them, but they're dealing with it with a variety of ways, including religion, including fatalism, including whatever folk kind of wisdom that they can come up with. And also folk remedies. I met a fellow who used dewormer on his cattle, so he decided, well, I'm going to use the same on me. He didn't decide that way. He heard it from another rancher. And he used the dewormer for the cattle. He drank it and felt better after having COVID. And his veterinary doctor and his doctor both said that dewormer will help. It does help your recovery. And in his case, he also lost a worm. A several-inch green worm came out. So I've been asked what's the most interesting part of this trip, and I have to say the astonishing people that I meet every day, and I hope to see more today. Also, so I get the feeling that I am not riding across a country that's war-torn. I get a feeling that I read a New York Times article yesterday about all the compelling things people say that have been affected by COVID, and that was dramatic. And I have had that also. However, that is not the most common experience that I'm finding. And I'm finding people living with COVID in a very vital country. And I am enjoying this ride. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And it's the vistas, all the things that you read about or know about. In Oklahoma, there was the ranchers and the cotton fields and the just the history, just knowing that this was the Dust Bowl area and Boll Weevil and the areas where the frontier people were coming across the plains, going on their way to California, and the Native American experience before that, and in Texas, those great open ranges and the cattle and those. And in my case, berserk dogs chasing me over the landscape. And here in New Mexico, these great vistas where you can see off 10, 20, 30, 40 miles ahead of you. And the roads go off into vanishing points, which is very intimidating to a bicycle rider because you can see how far ahead you have to go before you feel like you've made any progress. And there are tribal territories ahead, and I'm going up to over 7,000 feet. So we're a lot of uphill riding and wind today that may reach gusts of 45. So coming to you from the tent of the Flying C Ranch. It's Michael Shaw and Comerford. Stay with me on the ride, and we have lots of surprises ahead. Thank you.
I realized that I did not tell you what the Flying C Ranch is, and this is the grove of trees where I slept in the back, far off the parking lot. Not that far off, you can see, but hidden from the parking lot. That is Route 40, and I am riding it. The speed limit is 75, and it's the original route of 66, and some wagon trails before that. But the Flying C Ranch is as you can see, a truck stop. It's also a DQ, a knife store, a souvenir shop, a fireworks store, and much else, and maybe even a working ranch. So today's ride I expect to be full of wind and surprising people. See ya on the road.